questions about energy. I mean, what really gets me is that the left is now claiming, Democrats are claiming that this is red baiting against this poor woman. Well, these are her views, and I mean, you're not baiting her. She's already in the boat. She's in the communist boat, from her history to what she's planning to do to what she's now openly saying she's going to do. And when Donald Trump said these were communist plans,
$49.99 for 200 megabit per second internet and $19.99 for business phone. Get 1 month free when you call 855-282-8483 and make the switch to Spectrum Business.
Hi, I'm Jane King, and thank you for watching. This show is all about public, private, and blockchain companies. We bring you the innovators behind the companies making the headlines in that space. Some are sponsored, some are invited. All are curated and focused on telling you, the viewers, their story. Here we go. Interscope develops and markets direct-to-consumer innovative hearing solutions, and you can find their products in Walmart, Costco, some other major retailers as well. And with me is Matthew Moore, the CEO of Interscope. So great to meet you in person.
Absolutely, great to meet you as well.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. So I did hear that Interscope now deploying some kiosks, right? And you've been kind of traveling the country. So tell me about that. Where are you going? What are these kiosks? What's the purpose?
Yeah, I mean, really, you know, the hearing screening kiosks that we've developed and deploying across the country, you know, it's all about growing the awareness. You know, hearing loss is something that if you're not aware of it, there's no reason you're going to buy a device or a hearing device. So what hearing kiosk does is that the person can test their hearing and within 3 to 5 minutes find out if they have a hearing loss or not. If they have a hearing loss, it would direct them or recommend them to purchase one of our products or other ancillary products on the shelf or in store or online of that retailer. We've launched kiosks in multiple states. You're talking, you know, in Cleveland, Ohio. You're talking Pittsburgh. You're talking Chicago. You're talking, you know, Grimes, Iowa. I mean, we are launching these kiosks with Giant Eagle, Hy-Vee, Food City, multiple retailers, and we have. It seems like weekly we have more retailers joining the bandwagon to launch these kiosks.
And you and I have talked before about if you can catch the hearing loss early, you can prevent a lot of problems. I mean, I had no idea how many other issues are associated with hearing loss. So can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been linked to Alzheimer's and dementia, heart disease, blood pressure, you know, you name it. You know, if a person with untreated hearing loss actually lives 3 years less compared to someone that has hearing loss but is being treated by a hearing aid.
And you've talked about depression too, which I can totally see happening. You can't hear, you're kind of frustrated, you know, so.
Yeah, it creates isolation, in fact, you know, I mean, depression, and sadly enough, even suicide. I mean, it's really a horrible condition that needs to be really treated and talked about as a society because it's so easy to be treated right now.
Yeah. Okay, big day yesterday. We've talked about this for as long as been a year that I've known you. The FDA finally made some kind of proposal, right? On here, tell me what the FDA did. How does that impact Interscope?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, basically, you know, Obama started this. Trump signed into the law, and Biden's going to finish it. Is that it's creating this over-the-counter hearing aid law that's been signed since 2017. Due to COVID, it got delayed, but finally it's been announced. So basically, they have an initial comment period, and then they have another 90 days period after that. So basically, what this is going to do is open up so many more doors for us that we're going to be able to open up and actually offer our products as over-the-counter hearing aids. As soon as it's finalized, we're going to be doing a 510K and getting the FDA clearance, going through that process to really kind of launch Interscope to an even further and more a better direction. As you know, we're pushing right now, but the OTC is just going to launch us even further.
And so this really will help give people more access, right? I mean, that's the bottom line. The easier to access, cheaper.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's going to lower the cost without sacrificing quality.
Okay.
That's the big thing. So that's the big, we're bringing that price point down to help tens of millions. I mean, there's 50 million Americans suffering from hearing loss with less than 15% being treated. That's over 40 million people that need hearing aids and don't have them due to high costs and low accessibility.
They're really expensive. Okay, so finally, you just completed an acquisition of iHear Medical. How does that fit into the business?
Yeah, I mean, iHear Medical has been around for over a decade in the direct-to-consumer hearing aid market. They have technology, they have patents. They spend over $25 million in R&D, and we've acquired them to build Interscope its own technology portfolio. So that way we'll be able to have our own IP, launch these products quickly. In fact, their CEO, their previous CEO is now our CTO, our Chief Technology Officer, and they're going to be designing patents for us, and we're going to be really on cutting-edge stuff here. We have so much stuff in the pipeline. It is just insane how much technology that we're going to be releasing over the next 6 to 12 months.
Okay, well, sounds like we have some more interviews scheduled.
Absolutely.
About that, Matthew. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Need hearing aids? Tired of paying $5,000 or more? Tired of making multiple trips to have your hearing aids adjusted? Now you don't have to. Our Hear IQ 4 medical grade hearing aids are fully rechargeable, Bluetooth compatible, and start at under $1,000 for a complete set or monthly payments of $44. Our hearing aids are self-adjusting using any smartphone and features remote programming by hearing care professionals without you ever leaving home. Order your pair today at myheariq.com.
Helios DX is defining a new era of reliable laboratory testing with fast, accurate results. With a full range of services including urine toxicology, behavioral toxicology, infectious disease, allergy, and other popular test menus. Helios DX, an alternative to national diagnostic laboratories, provides value to patients and physicians through personable and reliable services. To learn more, visit heliosdx.com/labs.
Bodum is one of the world's largest online marketplaces for boats. There are yachts and sailboats and motorboats and all kinds of boats to buy and sell. So with me is CEO Joseph Johnson. Great to have you here.
It's great to be here. Thanks so much.
So give me your background.
Well, formally, I'm a lawyer, so don't hold that against me. I'm recovering, or I'm in recovery. I think that's how they say.
Boats sound much more fun.
It is a lot more fun. I have done my time in-house as general counsel of the public companies and many private as well. And so this was a transition, I guess a natural transition that brought me along.
So I gave a short little introduction to Bodum, but elaborate on that. What is it that you do?
Well, you got Bodum right. A lot of people are like, how do we even pronounce this? Is it Boatim,
okay.
Boatim? Bodum actually means Boat International Marketplace, and it can be called all three. That's just fine. And what it is a place for everything boat. We believe that life is better on the water. And so our goal, our mission is to get everybody out on the water that wants to be there. It's a peaceful, tranquil place, but there's a problem getting out on the water. It's practically impossible. You can't find the boats you want, you can't get there, and that's because while boating's been around forever, well, I think the digital tools still are lacking. Yeah,
okay. So, yeah, you're right. I mean, and if you don't want to own a boat, that makes it difficult too. So is this just buy and sell, or can you rent? I mean, how does it work? Who's it for?
So the way it started was to help, well, one person, the founder of the company, find a boat he couldn't find. Okay. Because it's just so frustrating to do. And what it's evolved into, in order to find that one boat and help him get on the water, it's evolved into an entire ecosphere. I don't know how else to put it. A world where everything boat can come together so that the user, the boater, the boat owner, but not just the boat owner, but the potential boat owner, the boating person, the boating guest can go and get everything they need, resources, information, services about boating all in one. And the face of it, of course, is the marketplace, is where it started.
Yeah. How big is recreational boating globally? How big of a market is this?
Well, last year there were over 80 million adults in the United States alone that went boating. Okay. So in the world, we have over 100 million self-identified adult boaters. And that That's a big number, but then when you look at the actual dollars spent, we're over $100 billion a year spent in that marketplace.
And is the number of people, because I know last year during the pandemic, boating got to be huge. It was the, outdoors, so you could kind of, have some fun, but you're not being a big crowd and things like, is it growing still?
It continues to grow, and it's growing. It's been deemed the hottest outdoor recreational activity in the United States now.
So what kind of innovations does Bodum bring to the industry?
So one of the big things that we've done is we've looked at, because the boating market hasn't really changed as far as what's out there. I don't want to say anything bad about it, but it would be like if we still use ticker tape here on Wall Street. What we've brought is a world of tools, a set or suite or platform to allow the professionals, people who buy and sell services and boats and things like that, to control all of their inventory. And we brought a marketplace for all of the boaters to get together and understand what it is they're buying. And we are launching in just a few weeks a consumer application, handheld, to track everything and do it all from your phone.
Okay, and so if I'm looking for a boat and I want an enriching experience, walk me through the process. How do I begin, and how do I find a boat that I want, and how does it all work?
Well, without Bodum, first thing you do is you go buy a kit of hair dye because it's all going to go gray. With Bodum, you're able to go online, and we use our proprietary AI technology to match you with the boat you're looking for. So people go onto our website, or they'll go into our app, and whatever it is they're looking for, your internet history, your cookies, allow a story to be told of what your desires are, what your wants are. Instead of using those cookies, the metadata that people talk about, to sell you ads, sell you a pair of sneakers, we use that data to help you find exactly what you're looking for, to make it a less frustrating, because it still is, we're getting there, a less frustrating process, but also to make it so you have lower buyer's remorse. So you get the boat you're looking for. Once we match you with that boat, most of these are with dealers, you'll be matched with that dealer. The dealer takes it from there, and we're building a set of additional tools to handle the next process. For a car, for example, you can now just swipe and click on your phone and have it delivered.
Yeah.
The boating is nowhere near there.
Okay.
But at Bodum, we're bringing the boating world there, not just for the vessels, but for the services and the additional products, and of course the trips and everything that you can get.
Sure, yeah, no, and especially if you're a new boater, those kind of things help. You could go and you can learn about, where it needs to be fixed and what you buy, accessories and things like that, so that's helpful.
Well, it's interesting you bring up a new boater. So no one in the market is trying to create new boaters. You're either born a boater, or you become a boater through friends. But there's no market targeting new potential boaters. And that's because, the adage of the happiest 2 days of a boat owner's life are the day he buys and sells a boat.
I've heard it, yeah.
We focus on not just getting you into the boat and, of course, trading up, but all the time in between, and all the time you can get on the boat without owning a boat, making it a bigger marketplace and expanding the marketplace to every one of us who enjoys life on the water. I'm yet to meet someone who doesn't.
That's right. Could this same technology and platform be used for other things besides boats?
Oh, absolutely. So what we've built is I guess the best way to put it is a social network enthusiast tool. So instead of you in any other thing, golf, for example, where how do you connect courses and clubs and information and social media and put that all together? There have been companies that have tried to do these things in general for all products, but for golf, for private planes, for skiing, our platform works for all of those other industries as well.
Okay. Now, what are your goals for the company in terms of just future growth, uplisting?
Well, right now, we're, for all intents and purposes, pre-revenue. We have some revenue, but it's not a big deal. We really are a startup, even though we're in the microcap world. We will be uplisting. Our goal is 2023. As we uplisting to the NASDAQ, as we reach our revenue model predictions, which begins in June of 2022.
Okay, well, it sounds wonderful. Everybody loves to boat, so good luck with this, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me on today.
Thanks.
Need hearing aids? Tired of paying $5,000 or more? Tired of making multiple trips to have your hearing aids adjusted? Now you don't have to. Our Hear IQ 4 medical grade hearing aids are fully rechargeable, Bluetooth compatible, and start at under $1,000 for a complete set or monthly payments of $44. Our hearing aids are self-adjusting using any smartphone and features remote programming by hearing care professionals without you ever leaving home. Order your pair today at myheariq.com.
Secure, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. Secure is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. Secure is 100% private and does not collect or sell any of your personal data. Secure's Helix technology connects you securely to our Swiss servers without the need of a VPN, guaranteeing privacy and security for all your communications. Secure Messenger doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. Chat by Invites allows you to chat privately and securely with anyone outside of your secure network without the need for others to download Secure. Secure Send offers you a private and secure way to email anyone outside of Secure. You won't find this level of privacy or security on any other email or instant messaging application. Visit secure.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
FINXFLO bills itself as the world's first hybrid liquidity aggregator. And with me is CEO James Gillingham of FINXFLO. And James, I know you had your big launch, was it 2-3 months ago or so? It was a major deal for you. How is that going?
Yeah, so the launch has been highly successful. It was a little bit scrambling around because obviously we've been trying to meet super tight deadlines. So the devs and the various teams, the DevOps and the guys that are trying to deploy the technology, it was tough. We continue to work around the clock, but everybody pulled together, galvanized the team. Obviously, we have a team based in the US and in Europe as well as here in Asia, but they've done fantastically well. The launch went really, really well, and we've acquired a lot of customers and a lot of trading volume. So as CEO, I'm super pleased and happy with where we are.
Yeah, well, congratulations. And so now that is kind of under your belt, what's next? Are you going to add any new features to the platform? What's next for FINXFLO?
Yeah, so we're already looking at the next features. So we're looking at the new, more advanced orders. We have TWAP, VWAP, best executions. We have stop loss, OCO orders. We have centralized staking. We're also about to launch the FXF token to be fully integrated with a platform where we're able to pay trading fees. So that's also being executed. We've also developed our new mobile app, which has also recently been released. So yeah, there's lots of kind of new features with regards to CFDs, futures, options. So it's not only going to be spot crypto that's also available on the platform, but also giving total optionality for anybody wishing to trade crypto.
Okay. And you also have launched apps on iOS and also Google Android.
Yeah, so the apps that were launched were again, it was a fantastic job by the team. So Bruce, who's our head mobile developer, rolled it out in only 2 months. Our community were absolutely amazed at the quality of the app. It's super stable, went fantastically well, trading really well. Volume has spiked off the back of it because essentially lots of our retail customers, they want to be able to trade on the go. So they not only also sat at their laptop or their desk all day, they want to be able to trade with a phone in their pocket, and that's what we're giving them accessibility to do. So again, a great job by the team.
Yeah. And, you operate globally. How do you keep track of all the regulations, all the licensing? I mean, not just keep track of it, but it's changing a lot too, because this is such a new industry.
Yeah, so as we see now, we're currently at all-time highs. We're with Bitcoin as we currently speak. We're at 66,000. So again, that comes off the back of the ETF, the futures ETF being approved by the SEC. So the macro view of the global regulators is that there's now the green light. Obviously, we are regulated in Asia. We're acquiring regulation in Europe as well as in the US. We're looking for global regulation. We've always been set up as a regulated entity. So essentially, we're already been pointed in that direction. And we've got some more fantastic news that we're also acquiring a license in the Middle East. So I know, Jane, you were recently in Dubai. So we're also acquiring some licenses there and setting up shop over there to be able to cater. So we are truly a global cryptocurrency brokerage.
Well, thank you so much, James. And look forward to getting you here to New York soon.
I can't wait to come and finally meet you face to face, Jane.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Need hearing aids? Tired of paying $5,000 or more? Tired of making multiple trips to have your hearing aids adjusted? Now you don't have to. Our Hear IQ 4 medical-grade hearing aids are fully rechargeable, Bluetooth compatible, and start at under $1,000 for a complete set or monthly payments of $44. Our hearing aids are self-adjusting using any smartphone and features remote programming by hearing care professionals without you ever leaving home. Order your pair today at myheariq.com.
Rego Payment Solutions has an app called Missoula, and that is really based on kids and focuses especially on privacy. It's a financial app, but especially on privacy. So with me, CEO Dan Abder of Rego Payment Solutions, and also Julie Jetlau, who is a owner of Fuse, a youth marketing agency. So we're going to get an interesting perspective from you about what's going on with digital marketing to kids these days, because it's certainly complex. So Dan, let's start with you and just tell me a little bit about Missoula and what you're doing with the app.
Yeah, sure, Jane. So really quickly, Rego is a neobank, privacy first platform, as you mentioned. We provide family-oriented mobile wallet and commerce solutions. So both in-store, online purchases. So think touchless transactions specifically for families and for young children or teens. In the US, the mobile wallet market or virtual debit card market space is about an $800 billion addressable market. So it's quite sizable. We're addressing the fintech gap specifically for the 70 million or so underserved Gen Z teens and kids who are actually just getting involved with mobile commerce. And we hold 3 patents in the areas of privacy, PCI attribution, and identity management. We're the only certified COPPA and GDPR mobile wallet. So for those viewers that are not familiar with COPPA, and they probably heard so much in this past week and a half, 2 weeks of Facebook trials, it's abbreviation for Child Online Privacy Protection Act, which obviously has gotten a lot of attention. So finally, just want to say we're going to talk to you a little about what Missoula is today, but it's our direct consumer solution. So it really addresses child financial literacy, access to commerce. So really kind of creating kind of this concept of child empowerment or financial fiscal / responsibility. And then we never compromise on a child's safety and security. We really create kind of an environment where they can test and learn in a safe way because their identity always remains private.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then Julia, you have an 11 and a 14-year-old? And I have a 12 to 14-year-old. I mean, we're living this life right now with the kids. And I am amazed at how marketing has changed to young people. It's digital and it's social. And I mean, from your perspective as an owner of Fuse, I mean, can you give us an overview of what these kids are, how the marketing is going to them? What are they seeing in their daily lives?
Yes, well, it's nice to meet you, Jane. It's true. I am a parent of young kids, an 11 and a 14-year-old, and I definitely understand the need for family digital mobile wallet that's safe and secure. I remember first meeting Dan and the Missoula team, and I was already an adopter of digital wallets for my kids. So we knew we were a good match because I had personal experience with the category. But it wasn't just my personal experience. At Fuse, we're a youth marketing agency.
Well, and I love that you focus on more than just the spending aspect. There's the budgeting, there's the chores and all that, because the kids, there's much more to financial literacy than just spending and how much money do I have. So I think that's a really important part of the whole mix there. So what's next, Julie? What can we expect in terms of the product, the marketing of the product?
Yeah. So we are really excited. We are just days away from launching Missoula's Parental Superpowers campaign. Dan's smiling because he is excited to get some superpowers. Hopefully you'll join us too, Jane. But the campaign really highlights the app's key attributes with safety at the forefront, of course, but we're also making safety and banking really, really fun and relevant. So parents get to launch their superpowers with this app. So download the app, all you parents, and we're going to launch with a superpower, the invisibility superpower. So if you use Missoula as your digital wallet, then kids don't leave a trace and marketers can't find them. It's really great. We also have another superpower, the magic touch. And in that case, obviously with Missoula, there's no cash required. It's a contactless environment. And so kids really have the power to shop and give or donate hands-free. And parents have the power to set spending limits for their children. And then one of my favorite superpowers is the superpower to see the future. And this is where parents can set and track financial goals. So kids can really see how long it takes to save for what they want in the future. And parents can set kids on a course to budget, save, and give. So these are just a few of the superpowers that we're launching. We are really excited for parents to get on board and start to activate these with us.
Now, that would be a handy superpower. See in the future. That might replace the invisible one for me. Now, is it available today?
It is. It's available on at the App Store, so on iOS, as well as Google Play. So, and Missoula.co is the website. So you can come to the website, read all about kind of the many, many, many features and capabilities.
And it's free. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Nothing, everything to gain, right? Go gain some superpowers right now, and it won't cost you anything.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Dan and Julie, for joining us today and telling us more about Missoula. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having us, Jane.
Thanks, Jane.
Today, I'm working the hardest I've ever worked, giving my viewers every tool I can to help them succeed. I'm there for them with insight from experts and small business owners, people who can help you get to the next level.
Fox Business, invested in you.
Esto es increíble.
Orcam My is the most advanced wearable.
Focusing on the basics and using strong fundamental analysis and extensive company research is why we believe we are San Diego's choice to grow your investments. We don't use commission-type products at Wilsey Asset Management. We are a fiduciary-based investment firm.
Register today and get free access to our monthly workshops to learn the secrets of our long-term success. See our investment strategy firsthand. We manage our personal portfolios as we invest yours.
Don't miss a boat on investing with fundamentals.
Hi, I'm Leo Hamill. Is there a diamond engagement ring in your future?
but you worry you might be disappointed by the size or quality? If so, we can help you avoid that catastrophe. We now offer you the modern choice of wearing a much larger, laboratory-grown, real diamond for the same price as a smaller mined diamond. Lab-grown diamonds are real diamonds, but at a huge discount in price. No one can tell the difference just by looking, not your friends and not even a jeweler. Scientists start with a diamond seed and grow you a real diamond. This avoids the environmental damage of mining, making them sustainable, conflict-free, and less expensive. This means a larger or better quality diamond for you at a price he's willing to pay. With lab-grown diamonds, it's a no-brainer. The romance and love are the same, but you get a bigger diamond.
Come see us.
Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education.
Right up here.
So every year I take promising high schoolers on a college tour
Lights there, darts there.
to show them that higher education means a brighter future.
Whether it's to gather to celebrate an occasion, for romance, or just an evening out, food inspires, or should inspire our emotions, and inspire happiness. There's something incredibly satisfying about being able to provide that. So the food, the atmosphere, and the service have to be memorable. At Larson's, that's our only goal, to make sure that that's what we bring to the table. Larson's, it's where we gather.
Joining us now, Congresswoman Diana Harshbarger of the House GOP Doctors Caucus. It's great to see you, Congresswoman. Your reaction to the report that the White House is talking about turning workers into whistleblowers to enforce Biden's vaccine mandate. He wants it for all businesses, big and small. That's the word now. It could come with big fines that could wipe out the little guy already slammed by the pandemic and shutdowns and inflation. What do you say?
Well, I say it's probably true. You know, they're going to fine these private companies $14,000 per person, going up to $70,000. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't pay out whistleblowers because they would get a percent of whatever that fine was. So it doesn't surprise me at all as to what they're doing.
You know, this is happening even as the Fifth Circuit suspended the vaccine mandate for constitutional problems. More than half the states oppose it. It's going to end up in the Supreme Court. But turning workers into Snitch USA, snitching on their bosses if they don't enforce vaccinating of workers or testing workers. And if workers get fired, then what? Is the White House going to pay for their lawsuits?
Hey, who knows? Well, they're going to pay illegal immigrants $450,000 for supposedly being separated, so it wouldn't surprise me at all. But I'll tell you this, there's going to be healthcare facilities, and there's some numbers floating out there, 50,000 different facilities with 17 million workers that are not going to enforce that. They're going to accept natural immunity from the millions of people who have been exposed to COVID and already, you know, got through that particular bout. They have natural immunity, and these hospital systems are going to accept that instead of having them do 2 shots of a vaccine that they don't need.
Yeah, and let's stay on that for a second, because Reuters is reporting that France, Sweden, Finland, and Canada, let me back up, Sweden, France, Canada, and Finland are warning about Moderna's vaccine for people younger than 30, that there are health issues there. But when you come back to what the OSHA rule that Biden is using, there's 1,800 OSHA workers to cover 130 million workers in the country. So that's why dragooning, and private sector employees to be snitches, whistleblowers is what's going on. But Congress never had passed any law that gives OSHA the broad power to do a nationwide vaccine mandate. It's outside Congress's legislative powers. You know what I mean? It's treating OSHA's treating regular, healthy, unvaccinated workers the same as an OSHA workplace hazard, like water on the floor.
Well, OSHA has no legal authority over any kind of vaccines. You know, Congress did not give them authority over that. OSHA's primary objective is to promote safety in the workplace, for God's sakes, and you have to have a grave danger. They're using an emergency temporary standard to mandate this. And the grave danger, if it was so grave, why are they giving them 2 months to institute the policies for the mandate, basically? You know, grave danger to me means toxic substances, carcinogenic substances, flammable substances, things that would hurt the general public.
Yeah.
This is something that they have no purview over, and they didn't even open it for comment period for the general public.
Yeah,
it's
it's really stunning. You know, the last time this was tried in '83, it was tossed out by the courts for asbestos, and now we have the government worker union for the TSA saying delay the mandates. Biden, you know, after the holidays, got travel chaos coming. Congresswoman Diane Harshbarger, it's great to have you back on. We'll have you back on again soon. It's good to see you. Still to come this hour, high-stakes courtroom drama. We've got the fireworks and the Kyle Rittenhouse trial coming up. Also, former National Security official K.T. McFarland with us next. The main source for the Clinton Steele dossier, Igor Danchenko, pleads not guilty today to lying to the FBI, doing things like allegedly covering up that a Clinton operative was his source for that debunked dossier. So, should Hillary Clinton and her campaign come clean about what they did? The story next.
Still asleep.
So, where to next?
Reflect on the past, celebrate the future. Season's greetings from Audi.
At T-Mobile for Business, unconventional thinking means we see things differently so you can focus on what matters most. Whether it's ensuring food arrives as fresh as when it departs, being first on the scene when every second counts, or teaching biology without a lab. We are the leader in 5G and a partner who delivers exceptional customer support and 5G included in every plan. So you get it all without trade-offs. Unconventional thinking. It's better for business.
Nicorette knows quitting smoking is freaking hard. You get advice like, try hypnosis. Or